Hollywood is being forced to push back their film releases in China. As we've covered here, the original release of the animated film Mulan bombed in China, and because of the current CV crisis, the new movie is being pushed back indefinitely. More movies are resetting their calendars and release dates, but at a significant cost, such as Bond 25. I wonder, should Hollywood reassess focusing on just one foreign market like China?
Ladies and gentlemen, hiss and foes, welcome to the Culture Casino!
Disney and the other large studios have expected Chinese box office to exceed our domestic box office this year. According to the Fortune article that we look at here, the CV world crisis is going to put a wrinkle in that plan. Most studios, specifically Disney, in this article, plan simultaneous international release for their larger movie properties to avoid the rampant piracy that occurs in the Chinese market. Since China has closed 70,000 movie theaters with only a few of them being reopened recently, all those closures took place on January 23rd, and all of the new film releases have been pushed back. Well, nearly all of them. Set to release on March 27th, Disney's Mulan was directly targeted at a Chinese market. As I've covered before, they specifically removed elements from their animated film and deviated from their shot-for-shot remake formula that has produced compelling results domestically. They have also removed anything overtly woke in favor of a stealth word-of-mouth campaign that Li Shang was removed as the love interest to virtue signal to the #MeToo crowd. While the changes in the movie might affect the domestic box office, Disney was banking on the China audience to make that up in spades. While currently, the film is still set to release domestically on March 27th, China will only be viewing the high seas copies on that date. Fortune goes on to say in the article that this was supposed to be the year that China finally surpassed North American box office. So far, though, 2020 has seen a box office receipt slump of 90% in the Chinese market and only has yielded to date $238 million. One thing Fortune points out here that other industry elements rarely cover is that theater operators in China only get 20% of the box office receipts for screening films. Many other films have had their China release dates pushed back indefinitely, of course, such as Jojo the Rabbit, Little Women, 1917, and Sonic the Hedgehog. Over a dozen other movies have delayed their domestic releases as well, and as I mentioned, Bond 25 is one of them. Now, you can argue that's because of the CV crisis that we're facing, or that that's actually very poor test screenings. Who's to say? A Chinese company called ByteDance is taking advantage of those theater closings and has made a film distribution deal to start offering video on demand delivery, VOD delivery, of current and future Chinese releases. I believe that's 4 films, one currently. Of course, that type of disruption has upset the theater operators in China, so we'll see how long that lasts. But that delivery option model, American companies have actually looked at as well. As the realities and the fears of the global crisis continue, alternates to new content delivery will likely be explored and existing platforms utilized, such as Disney Plus and the Warner Brothers platform, the future HBO Max platform, etc. That will also offer kind of a more direct delivery to consumer VOD style, much like YouTube actually does. So that leaves us with several questions. Will Hollywood continue to find ways to alienate domestic customers in order to satisfy an agenda? will the reliance of special cuts of films for China and other international markets be expanded upon further? That one I think is probably yes. And finally, will films like Mulan, which target China more specifically rather than catering to a domestic audience, be expanded on as well? Not sure that one's going to be decided for a while. So with that, I'll say thanks for spending a few minutes watching. I appreciate your time because I know it's very valuable. And if you like our content, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever we produce some more material. Also, if you like the video specifically, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps the video get traction. It'll help us build the channel up so that we have a little more weight. And finally, I just want to say I love to interact. So if you want to comment at the bottom, I'll be happy to chat with you about any of these subjects, and actually almost any subject. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. And remember, at Culture Casino, when the house wins, we all win.